I hope you're having a great day. Well, today I want to talk about the health benefits of dates. Now, there are a lot of misconceptions that arise when it comes to dates. Some people believe that it has a lot of sugar, it's going to make them put on weight. There's a whole category of diabetic people who think that dates are really, really bad for them because the moment you consume them, it'll cause a spike in the blood sugar levels. But what's the truth when it comes to dates? Because this dry fruit has so much of nutrition in terms of vitamins, trace minerals that basically does everything in the human body. You see, the human body is made up of trillions of cells and different organs all working together, and the fuel is vitamins, minerals for several functions that we have, be it our eyesight, our hair growth, our skin, whatever it is, even our metabolic activity. There are people who work out, eat well, but they have such low metabolic rates that they still find it difficult to lose weight. Well, when it comes to dates, this is one of my favorite snacks or foods or whatever you may want to call it, because it's packed with iron, antioxidants, and several vitamins. The beauty of dates is, yes, it is high calorie, but we need to change our mindset from high calorie. High calorie is great for us pre-workout. So if you have 1 or 2 or 3 dates pre-workout, it's going to give you so much of energy to get through your workout. Post-workout as well, because post-workout our body wants to replenish glycogen and all of that stuff. So having dates or fruit is fantastic for your body to replenish glycogen, and within the next 10 to 15 minutes you can have your protein. So using dates as a snack in between the day, it's something that you can keep in your bags whenever you travel. And if you're on the road in traffic, all you need to do is take out a couple of dates, 2 to 3 or 4 or whatever it is, and eat them, and it's going to give you sustained energy. So that's why during the period of Ramadan, it's always been practiced that dates are used to break your fast. We all speak about dry fasting and intermittent fasting. The right way to break your fast would be fruits or it would be dates, because dates gives you so much of nutrition packed into that one little piece of food. When your body's breaking a fast, you have trillions of cells acting like a sponge, screaming for nutrition, waiting to absorb whatever it gets. You put the wrong nutrition in, it's going to absorb the wrong stuff. But you put the right food in. Now, when you break a fast, you can't just go and eat a heavy meal, because you're going to produce more acids, have indigestion, acidity, and all of that stuff. But something as small as 1 date, which means you have 2 or 3 of them, you're packing vitamins and minerals and energy right into those trillion cells in your human body, which is why it's always used to break a fast, or it's used during the day as a great snacking option. For people who have heart problems, dates are absolutely fantastic, because number one, they're rich in potassium and rich in insoluble fiber. This makes it a heart-friendly food. But now remember, if you have a heart problem and you have high potassium levels, then dates wouldn't be good for you, because we need to understand, even for diabetics, yes, diabetics can have dates. We're going to come to that. But if you are a diabetic and you have a kidney problem, then you got to make sure that you don't have dates, because dates are rich in potassium. And if you have a kidney problem and your potassium levels are already on the higher side, it could cause a problem for you. Okay, I'm a fan of dates when it comes to high blood pressure, because again, it's rich in potassium, insoluble fiber, making it a great food for reducing high blood pressure. It is fantastic for reducing your high blood pressure. Now, when it comes to diabetes, of course, diabetics can eat it. I'm going to talk about type 2, because type 1, you can make a decision only based on data when you see how frequently the sugar levels are fluctuating. But when it comes to type 2 diabetes, we need to understand that we've all been attached to glycemic index. What is more important than the glycemic index is the glycemic load. So for example, yes, a diabetic can have 2 slices of white bread, and maybe it's not the right thing to do. I'm giving you an example, and maybe the glycemic load will still be fine. But someone can have a whole bowl of fruits, like a platter of fruits, and the glycemic load could go higher than those 2 slices of bread. So now, which one is better? Which one is better? The whole idea is to keep your glycemic load lower. So yes, a diabetic can have 1 or 2 or 3 dates in a day spaced out, coupled with almonds, so that the fiber, the protein in almonds, and of course the insoluble fiber in dates will not allow the blood sugar levels to spike up rapidly. It's all about the combination of food. Now, if you have 2 to 3 dates and yet you go out and you have some junk food or processed food or something that has sugar, your glycemic load increases, and then that doesn't make the date bad. It makes your lifestyle bad. So yes, diabetics can have mangoes, they can have fruits when it's calculated the right way, where you take it mindfully, making sure that if there's a spike, you balance it out by adding more fiber into your diet. But a diabetic doesn't have to be deprived of mangoes and fruits and dates and all of these things. That's not the solution. That's the symptomatic approach. For diabetes, you got to look at the root cause, which is mainly lifestyle changes. So we don't make a food bad for diabetes. The food isn't bad for diabetes if it's natural. It becomes bad because the lifestyle of the patient isn't controlled. Now, why I like dates in the diet of a diabetic isn't because, number one of the biggest issues that people with type 2 diabetes and type 1 diabetes have is nerve damage. Nerve damage or diabetic neuropathy, where you have these tingling sensations in your fingers and your palms, under your feet, and all of that stuff. That's because the body and the body of the diabetic is deficient in vitamin B1, which is called thiamine. And dates are rich in thiamine, which means dates will actually help you reduce these tingling sensations because it takes care of your neurological health, your nerve damage. It helps with the clotting of your blood. It activates protein usage in the human body. And yes, it is great for your metabolism. So that's why dates give you that energy. It boosts your metabolism. Now, of course, you overdo it on dates and you have like a platter of fruits followed by dry fruit. That's going to be too much of sugar hitting your body, even if you don't have diabetes, even if you're healthy. So the idea is to eat everything in moderation and portion control. Do I have the perfect portion for all of you? No. Your body will tell you what the perfect portion is for you when you start learning to eat mindfully. So don't put too much of fruit, too much of dry fruit in your body at any given time. You got to balance it out. Now, dates are rich in iron, which makes it a great food for people who are anemic, for women who are pregnant, for people who are low on iron levels. Dates have the ability to boost the red blood cell production in your body, which is an important element for hemoglobin. So it has everything to boost with your iron levels. It's rich in potassium, the B vitamins, B1, B2, B6, B5. These are all fantastic vitamins for your whole neurological system and your metabolism and your hair and your skin. Vitamin A, vitamin K, copper, magnesium. So many people are deficient in magnesium, and magnesium controls almost 300 metabolic functions in the human body. So sometimes by just upping your magnesium because you have a deficiency, it takes care of everything. And it's rich in manganese as well. So you see, this one little date will be packed with so much of nutrition, which is why it is ideal to break a fast with a fruit or a date. My choice would be a date because it's giving me so much more nutrition and instant energy than just a fruit, but that's your choice. And yes, it's always a good idea, especially if you have fluctuating sugar levels, to mix a dry fruit like a date with a handful of nuts or 3 to 4 nuts to balance it out. It's all about food synergy in the human body. So don't be scared of dates. I don't know a single person where dates made them fat. What makes us fat and what makes us what makes it difficult for us to lose weight is lifestyle, not one food, unless of course it's junk food, it's processed food, it's sugar and all of that stuff. But there's no way that someone got fat because they ate dates. That's our mindset. We got to change it. Sometimes your body needs all these nutrients in small quantities to make sure we don't have a deficiency, so it can take care of our metabolism. The human body is designed to have the right metabolic rate, so we don't have to depend just on exercise and high metabolic foods and stuff like that. If it gets the right amount of vitamins and minerals, it behaves the right way. So enjoy your dates, good quality dates, of course. You get a lot of dates which are also glazed with sugar to make it look wet and sticky and to taste sweeter. So you want to make sure that you get good quality dates and you enjoy them. You can enjoy dates even as a nighttime snack instead of reaching out for junk. You know, it's great. You have a sweet tooth, try having a date. It's gonna, in most cases, you won't feel like having a dessert after that. And from dates, they make date jaggery, they make date sugar, which is turning out to be great because it has a lower glycemic index than normal sugar, and plus it has a great taste. You wouldn't know the difference if you use date sugar in a coffee or tea from regular sugar. So you wanna try these things and make that lifestyle change. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.